I'm just having so much fun, like, watching your guys' faces. This is great. Because I'm so used to staring at my desktop, because I'm by myself when we record this, but I'm not by myself this time. Dean is here.
I'm here.
Dean's here. But that's not it. Like, you're not the only one.
I'm not the only one.
No. We also have your wife-to-be, Laura.
Yeah?
True.
Laura's in the house.
Hi, Laura. Say hi to the people. Say hi to our fan.
Hello, people. Hello, fans.
No, it's not people, it's person. Hi, Carl.
How's it going?
We got one. No, we got a couple.
This show is
And
popular.
the rest of my friends.
Yeah.
This show is popular.
And
this is
all of Laura's friends.
Yeah. So, yeah, we have Laura, and we have my wife, Sarah.
Hello.
Coming out of podcasting retirement.
Yes.
Right, yeah.
True.
She was
One time
superstar for a very long time.
Especially
You had a great 3-episode run on, what was it called?
Cereal and milk.
Cereal and Milk.
It's a
Because
great show.
we ate cereal.
We ate cereal. There's milk, too.
Yes. You can't eat cereal without milk.
This is a very... No, that's gross. This is a very special episode. Like, do you remember the old sitcoms where before it would start, they get real serious and they'd say, "This is a very special episode of whatever." So this is a very special episode of First Last with Alex and Dean and Laura and Sarah. Like, you guys get to be part of it this time.
And it's a lot more serious.
Isn't that cool? Yeah.
And a lot of family matters are going to be discussed.
Yeah.
All
Very
of the family
special.
matters.
Yeah.
Yes.
Special episode.
Yeah.
We'll start off with something a little light. The drug epidemic.
Yeah.
No. Actually...
We did discuss that today.
We did. That's a topic of
It's not like that
conversation.
can't be on the table. That could be on the table.
Everything's on the table.
Yes.
We're not taking anything off. But before we get into matters such as that, have you guys, Dean, Laura, been to the U.S. since the election?
I have not.
No.
No. Okay, so there's new rules now.
Okay.
Now that we have God Emperor Donald Trump,
Yeah.
there are new rules for people coming into the U.S. All right?
Okay.
There's now an entrance exam that they ask every American citizen to give to
Okay.
foreigners, aliens.
Okay.
Oh,
And you
boy.
don't take it when you cross the border. You take it when you get to the home
Correct.
of the person
correct.
you're going to.
So
Right.
I
Yeah.
take down your answers,
Yeah, okay.
and I will send it in
okay.
afterwards.
Yeah, makes sense.
Because
So
they'll detain you on your way back.
Oh.
Yeah, they'll be,
Yeah,
I have to
Yes.
send this before, so this has to go out tonight.
So we have to pass this.
Or we're not going back.
Or we don't
Right.
get.
You'll be
Wow.
sent to Gitmo
Oh,
right away.
wow.
Just-
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, this is serious.
Yeah, so
Let's go. I didn't
before,
study.
well, before you came out, I sent you a study guide. I
I
wanted you to pass. I don't want... This show needs to continue. You can't do this from Guantanamo.
I thought that was a joke.
They're not going to let you bring the mic.
Yeah. All right.
It's not a joke.
Let's go.
And you
Let's
can't
go.
hide that anywhere in your
I-
person.
yeah,
It's way too big.
I'm sure there's someone out there who can hide it in their person. That is not me.
I'm not really bad at saying.
No.
All right, bring it.
All right. So the questions will alternate from Laura to Dean.
Okay.
First one up. And I do want to mention this exam is a little bit of U.S. history. It's a lot of the American way.
Okay.
Truth, justice, and the American way.
Okay.
Okay.
This is true America right here.
I know a lot about America.
We've discovered that we know that Sarah and I know more about Canada than you know about America.
That might be true.
Strangers on the street knew more about Canada
Yes.
and the
yes.
goings on.
Very true.
That is also that actually happened.
Yes.
That's right.
So first up, Laura,
Yes.
how many states make up the United States of America?
50.
Ding ding.
Correct.
Okay.
Yep.
That's yeah.
So that's pretty easy,
That's
right?
pretty easy, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
So you really didn't need to study.
No.
So next, Dean, how many guns do you currently have on your person? And answer truthfully.
0.
Okay, not off to a great start for you, Dean. Laura, who was the first president of our country?
George Washington.
Correct. You're doing great so far.
Did you study?
I've been studying my whole life.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
Turn on the TV, studying for
Yeah.
this test.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Now, Dean, which of these skin colors do you most closely resemble? White or brown?
I mostly resemble white.
Okay, you're back in this.
Yeah. Okay.
Good. So you messed up on the gun question,
Okay.
but you're
The first
white.
question was tough, but
Yeah.
the second was a
You're
little
back.
easier.
But you're white, so it's
Okay.
kind of, you're
Okay.
1-1 right
Okay.
now. Okay, Laura, name one war the U.S. has been involved in.
World War II.
There you go. Yeah, perfect.
Nice,
Yeah.
nice.
Nice
Thanks.
job.
Yes.
Okay,
Slap it high.
and Dean, true or false? Assad is worse than Hitler.
False.
Okay. Well, at least Hitler didn't use poison gas on his people. Laura, our indigenous people are best known as...
Indians?
Okay, you can do that.
She
Not
could fit in
Native
probably better with
American?
that.
Native Americans. There you go. Yeah.
Like, I would say Native Americans, but
Right.
I've
Native,
heard the
Native
other
Americans
two
is
often.
correct. However, I mean that's the appropriate
Yes.
name. But Indians, if you're in America and you want to fit in,
Yes.
you be ignorant and call them Indians.
We would say
Yeah.
First Nation.
So you got that
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
You got that right by
Oh,
calling them
she's doing
Indians.
great. She's
Yeah.
holding you
Dean.
up.
I know.
Come on.
Like, is this a team thing? Like, if
You better
I
hope
fail
so.
it and we get to the border, they're gonna.
I'm not
send
going
us
to tell you. Like I can't tell you
okay.
that part.
I'm letting us down, right?
All right. Last question.
Okay.
Dean, man A stabs man B with pocket knife. Which man is arrested?
Man A.
No, man B was actually black, so he was arrested.
Oh.
So you failed that
okay.
one.
Okay. I feel like I didn't have all of the information in that one.
You don't get to have
You
it.
don't get
okay.
that. You don't get that. Yeah, so I don't know how your chances are going to be. I don't know.
No.
I just send in the results.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can you doctor them, maybe?
So, no, I
No,
can't.
okay.
What?
Recorded.
Yeah. Why do you think we recorded all of
They are
them?
listening
Yeah,
right
I have
now.
to send this in right now. So we're going to pause here.
I'm sorry, Laura.
Yeah.
She gets to go. Like,
Oh, they'll let her through.
I mean, you're not married,
yeah.
so it's a high probability.
That's
that
true,
She gets
yeah.
to go
Yeah.
through.
Through.
You're gonna be stuck there.
Oh man,
Sorry, Dean.
it was worth the trip.
Yeah.
It was worth the
The
trip.
whole day and a half.
Yeah.
Does he get to drive with me back to the border, though? Because I don't think
Yeah,
I
that's-
can.
He'll
what they
take you
did.
to the border.
Yeah.
Okay,
that's what
good.
they did to
I
me.
can't
Yeah.
get there by myself.
Yeah.
No, he'll take it. He'll do all the work. He'll get you to the border.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So.
That's when they check their list.
That was tough. That was a tough. I mean,
It
she got all the
shouldn't
easy
have been.
questions.
No.
I got the tough ones.
No. You guys are in Wisconsin.
I know.
This is awesome. Like, this is cool. We've known each other online for 3 years?
yeah, 3 years.
3 years.
Currently, we talk like twice a week,
Right.
which is a lot.
That's
as I found
That's
out.
more than I talked to Sarah.
Yeah. Yeah. It's as I found out. Yeah, we were getting closer, and Laura asked me if I was nervous, and I said no. I think it's because we talk twice a week. I talk more than I do to some of my friends.
Right.
And I agree with Laura that it's scary.
meet people you've never met.
Because they can
Yeah.
be horrible
Yeah.
in real life.
Okay, I could see feeling that way if we didn't talk as much as we did for as long
Right.
as we have.
Right. If it was just online email talk.
Yeah,
But
that
we
would have been
actually
weird.
speak to each
Yeah,
other.
I don't know what I would have expected.
Yeah.
There. Yeah, it is weird to see though, like I just see you as
Yeah.
like a picture, but your mouth is moving.
Yeah, it's weird to talk to a face.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's usually I'm just talking to for a while I was talking to my mic that wasn't recording me.
Right.
But now I'm talking to a face.
Yeah, and your mic
Yeah.
was super upset too,
Yeah.
so don't forget that.
Yeah. And there is one big surprise with talking to your face, and that is your hair is amazing. I was not expecting you to have awesome hair.
Well,
like
okay,
not
I-
currently.
At
like,
the
I was saying,
moment,
I didn't
it's
do
not
at the
great.
moment you haven't done it, but showing up
No.
here, I did
Yeah.
not expect your hair to
You
be
like that?
so good.
I feel bad that I didn't do anything today. I was lazy.
No,
We both talked about it last night.
we
were
talked about
like,
it in bed last night. That your hair
Alex's hair is
You were
is
there,
great.
pillow talk.
cool. Yeah.
That's different.
That's something you don't get from the pictures that are out there of you.
No.
Is how
I know.
awesome your hair
How
is.
cute.
You knocked my glasses over.
about that.
Yeah, I have super thick.
Yeah.
hair.
Luxurious.
Like it's
It's like what my hair wants to be, but is
Right.
nowhere near.
yeah, but I wish you guys got up a little later than you were supposed to this morning. Not supposed to. It's not like we have a recommended schedule
You
here.
didn't get a wake up call.
I almost called down this morning to
See if we're still alive.
Yeah, are you guys okay? Because
Yeah.
we're sitting up here. We
I
have
told
our
him to
coffee.
just call the police because I'm not going down to see a dead body, which we have discussed.
Yeah.
Yes, but my bedhead when I wake up in the morning, it's rough.
Okay.
Like, do you remember the cartoon show Jimmy Neutron?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
his hair. That's what I look like
Okay.
in the morning.
Okay.
It's,
Also pretty cool.
yeah,
Yeah.
my hair's always cool.
Yeah. It's all, no matter what.
That's
Yeah.
a lie,
Yeah.
but okay.
It's just, it's.
I mean,
super-
even now it is cool.
I haven't done anything with
Yeah,
it.
he's got the,
I don't know what
the
it looks
hanging
like.
down thing. It's cool.
Yeah.
You guys didn't see our wedding pictures, though. Where
Wait,
it's
what does
just
that mean?
We've seen a few.
I
buzzed
peeked
off, and
They saw some wedding pictures.
I
We've
picked
seen
up the
it
one
before.
in the hallway.
Yeah.
oh
Yeah.
yeah, that's
I've actually like buzzed my hair before.
horrible.
So
Yeah.
has Dean.
I've done that as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I won't do that again.
That's why we don't have it right now.
exactly. If it worked,
If
we
it
would
worked,
be
it
doing
would be
it.
happening.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, thanks.
Yeah. It was surprising. I don't know why, but it just it was great hair.
You had about as much hair as I figured you would have. Like it looked.
Being a 30-year-old. Yeah.
Right.
Which is thin and not that much.
Yeah. But if you look though, it's receding a little bit.
It's true, but it doesn't matter with the thickness you have.
Yeah, it'll
Yeah,
just
like mine
cover it.
recedes and I can't quite
But
cover
I have we're talking about hair, by the way.
Yeah.
Like,
That's what this show is about, is it not? The hair. The
that's
hair
what
show.
we've talked
Yeah.
about now for 8-9 episodes.
Yeah, hair.
Hair. That's why we're here.
Yeah.
It's what we did. It's what we're doing.
That's why we're hair.
That's what we're doing.
But
Oh goodness.
This is great.
All right. Give Dean some more wine.
Yeah, fill me up.
Exactly. Again, I am happy. Like all joking aside, I'm really happy you're here. This is cool.
I've had a great time.
Yeah. We only got a weekend, so
Yeah,
we'll have to plan something else.
like half a weekend, even it wasn't even
Yeah,
a full
true.
weekend.
I know.
yeah,
Yeah.
Because
And
we had
because-
this stupid holiday.
yeah.
Easter.
Because I've heard about the neighborhood on a podcast, it's almost like everything that I've heard about is like a tourist attraction. So it's like, oh, where's the lesbian couple with the haunted house? Oh, they're right there. Cool.
The door's open. They might be out there right now.
I'll keep my voice down.
Wow.
Okay. Where's that annoying kid who rides around on his bike? That guy is annoying.
We took you around the neighborhood.
Yeah.
You got to see some of that stuff. The
Yeah.
people who have trash all over their yard.
Yeah.
We drove you past
I
that.
even saw a good side of the neighborhood that wouldn't let you in.
Right.
Screened you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was nice over there.
Yeah.
It was nice.
I told you.
Yeah.
I told you. So you've seen this side. You've gotten to
Yeah.
experience
The
Lake
tourist
Ivanhoe.
attraction of Lake Ivanhoe.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
it's quite the neighborhood.
Yeah, it's living up to what I was expecting.
Yeah. How many stray cats have you guys seen so far?
I've actually seen zero.
None.
Oh
Zero.
my gosh, I've seen 3 today.
Just today.
What?
You guys
How
aren't
do you
paying
miss them?
attention.
We're not paying
They're
attention.
black,
No.
so maybe you like
Okay.
miss them when they zoom.
Yeah,
They're like
yeah.
little ninjas.
Yeah.
One tried to break into our house. I don't know if you told that story. Where it,
No.
Cat burglar.
I took the dog outside, heard the cat meow, and realized I don't want the cat by me. So we tried to come inside. It stuck its head in the door and got its head squished
Oh,
in the
no.
door.
It was
And
okay.
then-
She didn't
yeah,
squish. Like she
kill
kicks
it.
dogs, but she doesn't squish cats.
Yeah.
not
But then it
purposely.
sat outside our door and just meowed for quite a
A
while.
very long time.
And he was very rude and would not let me help it.
And I, all
So he's a
through the
bad
night,
animal.
described to her
Yeah.
all the things that could be happening to the cat
Oh.
out on its own.
That's bad.
It was
terrible.
horrible. I'm a terrible
You're a
person.
terrible
Pretty
person.
Yeah.
mean.
Yeah.
I mean,
I wouldn't be able to
listeners
handle
know that. They know you're.
Well,
a
they
terrible
should know
person.
by now.
But if you're a first-time listener,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alex is terrible.
But I've seen it since then next door,
Yes.
and it is alive.
Okay.
So
Okay,
I felt a little
good.
better, and it hasn't chased me again.
Right.
Good.
So, but if
Also
you
good.
are a first-time listener,
Probably confused and wondering what's going on.
exactly, yeah.
Right?
Who are these people? Why are they so excited to see each other?
Yeah.
What is this podcast really?
Yeah.
What is it?
What
we
does-
don't know yet.
What does first
Not
last
there.
mean?
What does it mean?
Yeah.
You tell me. I don't know.
First last means that we watched the first episode of a TV series and the last episode of a TV series,
Right.
and that's because that's all you need to do.
That's
We
all
found
you-
out
yeah.
that that's all you need to watch to know everything that happened. in
You
the
will be
TV.
an expert on whatever show you're watching if you watch the first and the last
Yeah.
episode.
So this week, and we all watched it together.
Yep.
Yeah.
All
We came
four of
over
us.
here last night. We all watched the first and the last.
Oh, hold on. Dean picked this show for us to watch. I just want to.
I did pick the show for us to watch, and the show is Lost. And you know what? I am going to mention that I picked the show because here's something I found out last night while we were about to watch the show. We watched the first, and then we get to the last. And the last is an hour and 40 minutes long.
Yeah, I was thrilled.
And Alex says, let's fast forward to the middle of it and watch it from there.
Okay, because it was 2 episodes. That's okay. We just described what this show is. You watch the first, you watch the last.
True. Yes,
But it's
very
not
true.
2 episodes.
Very true. If you're a new listener, though, let's just go back into history a bit here. So, Alex's pick, MASH. The first episode is 20 minutes long. The last episode is 2 hours long. We watched the whole thing.
It was 1 episode. It was 1 episode.
So was Lost.
And Wikipedia. Bring up Wikipedia.
Power Rangers. Power Rangers has the first, the last, but it also has another season that redid the first season. We watched that one too. We watched the first episode twice. That was also Alex's choice. Courage, the Cowardly Dog. We watched the first, we watched the last. Oh, there was also a pre-pilot episode. There was an episode 0. We watched that one and talked about it. Dean's shows. Prison Break. There's a movie as the last. A movie that ends the final series. And we fast forward to the middle of it, and we watch the middle of it. Okay. I guess that's the rules. I guess that's what we do. Glee. Glee was also a 2-part final episode, 2 hours long. We fast forward to the middle, and we watch just the last one. So here we are at Lost again. We're sitting on the couch. Alex says, all right, let's fast forward to the middle and watch. And the ladies speak up because Dean has no backbone. The ladies speak up and say, why don't we watch the whole thing? Because it's the last episode. So thank you to the ladies. We watched the full last episode.
Okay, a couple of things. I have a couple of things to bring up here.
Yeah.
First, are you trying to say that I'm controlling?
Yes.
No, I'm not. I'm not trying to say that.
Okay, because I kind of feel like that's what's happening right now.
That's the Canadian in him. He's being nice. I'll
Yeah,
tell you
the
right now,
lack of
you're being controlling.
What? Okay, but...
Let the poor man watch his show.
Hold on. He can watch it all he wants. He shouldn't make me watch it. But, second point to back up my first point.
Yes.
What were the ratings on the shows that we picked?
It doesn't matter.
It definitely matters.
It doesn't matter. Okay,
No
so
way.
MASH was, I rated 9 out of 10. Power Rangers, I rated 8 out of 10. Courage, I rated 8 out of 10. Whatever. Doesn't matter. They were my picks, and we should just go by the rules. We should each, before we go into the show, follow the same rules.
Maybe it's because you got to actually watch the full, complete episode, so you really knew
There's a
what
point.
was going on.
Okay,
Oh,
I
you're
did.
Really the expert.
One for the Canadian.
I did not need to watch the whole thing.
I did, and I was so
Well, it's
confused.
because, but, and we've talked about that on past episodes, you're not as seasoned as we are yet. You don't do this.
True.
So,
Yeah.
so we can, at this point, we can watch the first, we can watch the last, and we're experts.
I mean, yeah,
We've
we
worked
now
up
are
to that.
experts right
Yes.
now on Lost,
experts
for sure.
on being experts.
Yes.
Got
Yeah.
it.
That's for sure.
Yeah.
I've noticed that.
It was a good idea to invite them on the show.
Yeah. What was I thinking?
Yeah, thanks, Dean.
Yeah. Whoops. Did it again.
Another Dean idea.
Did it again. I have all the best
And you gave
ones.
us wine, so...
Yeah, and they're drinking. Nice job. I already swore we're drinking. This is an awesome family show.
Yeah. That's great.
So, before we get into Lost, though, before we get there, we have a message from our sponsor. Who do we've got?
This week, we have bank allowance. Want a lot of money now that you can pay back double later? Just grab your expensive things and head down to the bank. Need $50? Just promise us that Rolex watch that your wife got you for your anniversary. Need $10,000? Good thing you just paid off your car. Time to get a new house? No problem. Bank allowance will set you up with $200,000. You just have to promise to pay back $400,000. But don't worry, you have the rest of your life to do so. Bank allowance. We'll give you money if you can prove you don't need it.
Sarah,
Yes.
why didn't you give me a Rolex for anniversary?
Because I didn't go get a bank allowance to pay for it.
So, I don't know. I don't even know if we could get an allowance.
I don't qualify for any allowance. I've
No.
always tried. I've gone to the bank and said, I have no money, I need to pay for things. Can I have a bank allowance? They say no.
And they said, no, you don't have any
They
money.
say, wait, do you have $10,000? No, I do not. Then we can't give you $1,000.
And yeah.
Yeah.
So, it's not that great of a... This is the second week in a row where we haven't had, like, that great of products.
No.
Nothing that we can personally use.
Right.
No, we can't. Yeah. So we can't really have the experience to be able to talk about it, which is their fault, really.
Yeah.
I mean, we have one bank allowance, but we only got that because we had a friend bank allower. And she hooked us
inside,
up.
We worked the system.
Yes,
worked the system.
we did. That's the only way we got our bank allowance.
Okay, so if you have someone on the inside,
Yes.
Right.
you can get a bank allowance.
You just need to know people.
Yeah.
And we know people.
We know a person.
We know people, but we don't know anyone.
No people like that.
We know no bank allowance people.
No.
Honestly, it's only because we knew people who knew people, though. This was like a 6 degrees of separation.
Yeah, what are we
situation,
doing? Like,
to
how?
be honest,
Yeah.
when we got our bank allowance.
I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I think I was present for when we got it. Because
Yes.
I had to sign something, right?
Right.
Okay.
Because we were married.
Yeah.
Unfortunately. And
But unfortunately...
yes, that made it a lot harder.
Okay, for the loan.
Oh, okay, for the...
Wow.
Yeah.
That was horrible. So far I've been told I'm controlling...
Yeah.
But
And my
told
wife
you
doesn't love me.
You
So
have nice
this
hair,
is a great
so
podcast.
that's-
Yeah,
So far,
at least
yeah.
I got the hair working for me.
Yeah. I understand now why we just talk to computer screens.
Yeah,
this is tough in person.
This is.
You just
I
get-
feel like this is an intervention.
You
for
just
me.
get chopped down, yeah. When it's just you and me, you just push me around.
I'm hurting. I don't want to do this anymore. I'm out.
I'm a lot meaner in podcast land.
You.
That's probably why I got cut off.
That's really what
Yeah.
happened to Cereal and Milk.
Yes. Now you know the backstory of all 3 episodes. Go check it out.
So, let's get into Lost.
Let's get in. Let's get into Lost.
Let's get into Lost.
Let's get lost.
Now.
Yeah.
When you first said we were watching Lost, I was super excited, right?
No.
I wasn't.
No, it was the same reaction to every time I mention a show.
I can vouch for that also because I was told I have to watch Lost in that voice.
Yes. He was not happy.
No.
Alex was not happy about Lost. How about now?
That
Happier?
might be a spoiler, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay.
So-
we'll keep that.
The happy-
I had watched actually these 2 episodes. These are, I'm pretty sure, other than a couple of scenes throughout the series, these are the only 2 episodes I've ever seen of the show.
Okay.
Like I watched them when they aired, and the show was on how long ago? A while,
A long time
like
ago.
10 years ago
Yeah.
it aired,
Yeah.
something like that.
Yeah.
And I watched the first when it came out, and I didn't enjoy it that time.
Okay.
Okay, I watched the last when it first aired, and I didn't enjoy it that time. Fast forward, however many years it's been, I'm not sure. I have not done the math. You're the math guy.
Yeah, I haven't done it. I haven't crunched the numbers this time.
It must. Is it like you're on vacation? So you
Oh
don't
yeah,
do
I
any of that?
don't do numbers on vacation. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't do numbers in America.
Right.
No
They're
one
different.
does.
They're very
Yeah. I mean, the numbers themselves aren't different.
Yeah.
We still
My math, it goes out the window. It means nothing. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we get to today.
We
We
get-
get to today.
we
Well, we
get
get
to
to yesterday.
We get to
Yeah.
yesterday.
Yeah.
And I was not excited when we first started watching it. And then it started. And then it ended. And I'm not a fan still.
Still not a fan.
No, I still don't like it at all. Like
None of it.
there are 2. I like Charlie.
Okay.
Ah,
Yeah, a character on the show.
interesting.
Yeah,
Okay.
he's the only character I liked.
Is that because you knew him outside of Lost?
No, he was the only one who had a personality. That was my problem with the show.
Okay.
Is all of the characters were super dull.
Okay.
They didn't really do it. They were like all dumb. Every character was stupid on the show.
Okay. So the opening scene.
Yeah.
When Jack wakes up in the jungle, runs out to the beach,
Mm-hmm.
saves 18 people's lives. That's no good. That's not good for you.
No.
Boring.
Okay.
Boring. Yeah.
I was
boring.
ready to fall asleep at that
Oh,
time.
okay. Okay.
No, my thing was get them away from the plane. We can clearly tell that we shouldn't be around this.
Yes.
Why would we do that though? Because natural selection will just keep sucking people into the engine.
True.
When they walk by.
True. Less
Have-
people to save.
Yeah,
Have
as
you
it
been in a
did.
plane
Because
crash
now you
before?
can't eat that guy.
This is
Oh.
true.
You can't eat
You're
him
going
now.
like
You're worried
morbid.
about the food.
Okay.
Get
I
everyone
see.
away from the plane so that we can eat,
Eat
them,
them
later.
later.
I mean, that's one thing you could do with the person.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know, there's the other people could have been useful. That guy could have been some sort of survival expert. Probably not because he stood in front of the turbine.
I doubt he's a survival expert.
Yeah, I mean, not anymore, at least. But I didn't just get away. Things are bad. Don't stay there. And we're all going to huddle around this thing that's clearly dangerous.
I would say it's an extreme situation, so you might not act...
Shock.
Shock. You might not act how you have planned. You might just stand there and scream.
Yeah.
I don't know. I've never been in a plane crash.
Have we?
I have not.
Okay. I mean, you haven't known me forever.
It sounds like you have, and you know what to do.
Yes.
So I have...
Expert.
I have been in a tragic situation before.
Okay.
The tornado.
Yes,
I would consider that,
Yeah.
A tornado took the house while I was in it.
Yes.
And at the time, I was a sophomore in high school. And I feel like I had better composure than this grown doctor had during all of that. Of course...
The doctor had a lot of composure.
Yeah.
He saved so many people's lives in that 2 minutes.
Very true.
With a wound. A large wound.
He had a large wound in his back.
Yeah, he did. Yeah. Let's discuss that large wound in the back. That stopped bleeding, that never bled.
There was a lot of blood.
Yeah, in that one little part of his shirt.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah.
Wounds don't work like that. You're
cut open. It wasn't super deep. It was just kind of like...
Straight.
That was pretty deep. That was pretty deep. It should have still been bleeding. And for how much blood was on his shirt, no.
Like, he probably would have died from blood loss.
I don't know if he would have died, but it would have still been bleeding.
Yeah. Okay, so
you don't have that much blood.
You hate the characters.
Yeah.
Okay, so what about just the situation? Being plane crash on an island, no one really knows each other.
That sets up a lot of that has a lot of potential.
Okay.
Because you have a lot of different characters all coming from different places. None of them know each... Well, unless you entered the plane together, you're not going to know anyone else.
Yeah, it seemed like there was a couple people in pairs, it looked like, but most people didn't know.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And, I mean, we didn't really get too much.
Well, yeah, it was a lot about the being on the island, plane has crashed, and the shock factor of that.
Right.
And, like, Jack.
It was a lot of focus on Jack.
Too much Jack.
Okay.
They set him up to be like, you knew his name by the end. You didn't know many, but you knew him.
You knew Jack.
Because he didn't care about anyone's name.
That is one thing. Jack is a doctor, but he didn't really have very good bedside manner. Right? Like, he didn't... a lot of people asked his name, but he
because
didn't
they're caring, decent
he didn't
people.
ask anyone else's name.
Right.
He was talking to Kate in the daylight, who sewed him up in the daylight, and then they were talking throughout the night by the campfire before he actually asked her name.
Yes. That.
But I don't know if you noticed, when he was on the airplane in that flashback, he got 2 more bottles of vodka.
True.
So I wonder how inebriated this poor man was.
Very true.
As this plane crashed. Because he had one left in that sterilized room, yada yada, who cares, whatever. But how many drinks did he have before that?
True.
Yeah.
I don't talk to a lot of people when I don't get drunk either, but I don't know. That might play into it. And you just might not like him because he's an alcoholic. And that's just his personality.
And he was in
drunk.
shock. He had just been in a plane crash.
Yeah.
Yeah. I actually didn't hate the first episode.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It
sounded like you did.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so...
I'm not going to let you know that I like a show that you pick.
The crash happens, everyone's on the island. What about this monster in the trees? What's going on there?
Yeah, that was interesting. I didn't know that this was going to be like a King Kong-y type Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
That's the thing. I think it's Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
Right? Like the trees
right.
moving around. Okay, so... The Lost World Jurassic Park is on an island.
Yes,
the show is called Lost
World.
The Lost World Jurassic Park. You guys were talking a bit during one scene, and I had watched this a couple times before I got here.
I believe that.
There was people talking in the background, and one of them said, "I've heard that sound before." And they said, "I don't know where, but I've heard that sound before." So what I've done is I've pulled up 2 sounds. One sound is the sound of the monster in the trees. Here it is. Okay.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
That sounds familiar.
Second sound. The sound of a T-Rex from Jurassic Park. very similar.
Yeah.
And actually, Jeff Goldblum was about to say, "Boy, do I hate being right."
Yeah, right.
So maybe I should have let that.
You should have let that go.
Yeah.
Well, it's cheaper to, I feel like, splice the scenes. I could just take it from Jurassic World or Jurassic Park
Yeah.
and just splice it in between these other people talking, and it's cheaper. Then they don't have to film it themselves.
Exactly. Yeah.
So they just took it out.
And that's what hooked me in, because I started to make my own headcanon that it was Jurassic Park.
I think it is. I think they are on that island, the Lost World.
It has to
Jurassic
be.
Park
There's no
island.
other
Yeah.
explanation.
Yeah,
And
the trees are moving like a T-Rex is going through it,
Yes.
making a very similar noise, like maybe a mechanical T-Rex. It kind of sounded like
Yeah.
it sounded like some bolts
Yeah.
going on, but yes.
I would not accept any other answer.
No, there
It's-
is no other answer.
No.
You don't
it's a
really
T-Rex.
hear any footsteps, though.
That's true. You don't hear
Yeah, which is kind of key in Jurassic Park.
Jurassic Park. Yeah, the slow.
footsteps.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, true.
but
Maybe
That's
this
a-
one doesn't have legs.
Maybe,
Like,
I,
or like the island is really cushiony.
oh yeah, soft landing.
he was sneaking.
Yeah, yeah.
So it was
he
just-
was being
sneaky
very
T-Rex.
sneaky.
I
Yeah.
see. Okay.
So
okay.
the trees were still moving, but he was tiptoeing through the,
Right.
through the jungle.
To be sneaky.
And then really loud screaming sounds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what would have made the first episode better was if Jeff Goldblum was in it.
That yeah. So
Can't
who
argue.
would Jeff
Yeah.
Goldblum be? Like you want him to replace someone or just be a new character?
No, he's going to play Ian Malcolm from Jurassic Park.
Oh, okay, okay, got it. Yeah,
He's just going to play his character.
perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect.
And he's right. Again.
Mm-hmm.
He's back on the island, and that's what happens. That's what happens in episode 2. They find him under some wreckage
Yeah.
from the plane.
Right.
They pull out Jeff Goldblum, and he leads them through the dinosaur-filled jungle.
Yeah.
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 Could very well be.
So that pulled me in. The dinosaurs pulled me in a little bit. It was the characters that, in this case, the plot was better than the characters.
Okay.
I did not care about, other than Charlie.
Other than
I didn't care about any of the other characters
Yeah.
in
So
the
what
first episode.
made you care about Charlie?
He had a personality.
Okay.
He was funny. Like you always like the funny guy.
He was funny. Yeah.
And it's not an annoying funny, because there's a fine line between a character being annoying and a character actually being funny.
Yeah.
And he was funny.
And-
Annoying to the people there, which probably made it even funnier for the viewer.
Yeah. And he like really had to go to that.
Yeah, I was just gonna
Yeah,
say
like-
he liked airplane
He
bathrooms.
loved airplane
that was,
bathrooms.
like, a big
yeah.
thing.
Well, when was the
I mean,
next
I
time he
avoid
was
them.
going to be able to use a real bathroom?
Yeah.
Right.
And like he really had to go on the plane,
Yes.
and then it crashed. So I
Yeah.
bet he didn't get to go.
Right.
Right.
That's why he wanted to go with them so bad.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And he was trying to beat those people chasing him to
Yeah.
the bathroom.
Yeah, exactly.
Obviously.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's what they were trying to do. Also, go to the bathroom.
Yeah. Mine first.
Yeah.
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 Everyone's horrible at giving someone else a sip of water.
Yes.
Yeah.
It just spills all
That
over
did
the
not
place.
change throughout the whole series, I
Yeah.
guess.
No.
I think
because
that
it
was the same.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
It was the same
At
in the
least
last.
they were drinking clean water in the first
Yeah.
episode. It wasn't dirty puddle water.
You know what? Let's get to the last.
But now they're
because-
the same.
Well, hold
Yeah.
on, what? No,
Okay.
no. You heard my feelings,
Yeah.
and I don't want you to just be like on the defensive
Okay.
through this whole thing. What did you like? Because you love this show.
I do.
What did you like about it?
What I love
About the first episode.
I love how it starts.
Okay.
I love a guy waking up in the jungle, running, beach. You see, like, you don't know what's happening when he wakes
Sure.
up. I mean, you see a shoe in the trees.
A dog.
A dog, comes running up.
An unfriendly dog, apparently.
Yeah.
No, not unfriendly. He just doesn't care. He's just like,
He's an
okay,
observant.
Aloof.
whatevs.
Yeah.
It's whatever.
whatever. Yeah, it's whatever.
Yeah. Dog in the trees.
Yeah, and so I like that he runs out to the beach, you see the plane crash, and I just love that he goes around, like, he takes control, goes around saving people. People listen, right? People are panicking, but then when someone can take control of the situation, they listen. I like the whole mystery of the T-Rex in the trees. And then later on when it's Charlie and Kate and Jack running away from the T-Rex in the trees. Charlie's funny on that whole time, which is basically maybe 20 minutes of the rest of the first episode. It's a lot of time that they're doing that. He's funny. And I'm just interested in what they're going to do in this situation.
Now, all of those things that you said that you liked
Yeah.
about it were all plot.
Yes.
None of it was character.
For sure. The first episode, I love the plot. I do.
And the plot is interesting. I owned up to that right
I do
away.
like Jack. I do think...
From the first episode?
I think in the first episode is where I like him a lot.
What did you latch on to, other than the fact that he's
Right away,
going to go save some people?
That. Him just, like, running in, taking control, and saving people. And then even when Kate's stitching him up, being able to talk her through that.
Even though he seemed stressed out, but like he wasn't letting it get to him.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
He was stressed out, but he knew that someone else was more stressed out.
Yeah.
And he had to calm her down. Yeah.
See, now you've seen the first one twice. Dean has seen the first one twice. I've also seen the first one twice. The first time, I loved Lost. I watched it. I told you guys that. I don't remember what happened because I'm bad at that. Loved it the first time. Watched the rest. This second time, I'm like, why are they so stupid?
Yeah.
Like, that was me the whole time. Like, why are you still standing there? What are you doing? Stop looking at the trees. Go hide under something. Like,
I know.
The
They
T-Rex
stood
is
there
gonna come and eat you. Like,
Yep.
I don't. The scary noise. I don't walk towards. In
Yeah.
horror movies, I'm like, run away, and that's why I felt. I'm like, get out. Why
Yes.
are we still here?
That is the thing. They hear this noise in the trees, this T-Rex in the trees. And then they're like, oh, we gotta go, we gotta go into the trees and find something. I mean, you probably have to do something, but I would be a little bit more nervous about it.
It wouldn't be like day 1.5 where I'm like, I'm gonna venture into the scary place that I don't know.
No one was like, what about that noise we heard last night?
Yeah,
I know.
They all just forgot. They
were like
about
okay
the noise.
with it.
Yeah, it didn't matter. And we had just before recording this, we've mentioned before that we do another podcast.
Yes,
and it's a comic book podcast, and we talked about Lock and Key.
Yes,
a Joe Hill, Gabriel Rodriguez series. What we loved about that was immediately there's character.
It was all about the characters.
Yes, and that's what you latch on to in a book.
Yeah,
like the plot can be great, but if you don't care about the characters, it doesn't matter.
Yeah,
and Lock and Key does that really well.
Yeah,
Lost did not do that well.
I would say you're right. I would say in the first episode, it's a lot of everyone in a traumatic situation, and they're all reacting the same way.
Yeah.
I think that's the thing. You can't separate them apart because everyone is just like white-faced, not knowing what to do, and being directed by Jack.
But everyone deals with trauma differently.
Yeah,
so they wouldn't all be
their
the same.
toenails.
Yes.
True, yeah. Some paint
Yeah.
their toenails.
Yeah.
Others look for pens.
Yeah.
True, yeah.
I don't even know what else was happening.
Others stitch people up if they
Stitch
really
people,
have to.
if they have to.
Yeah. And some really had to pee.
Yeah.
Super bad.
Yeah, some have to be super bad.
Yeah, so by not really seeing any personality right away, I didn't care about what was happening.
Okay.
Right.
Like, I cared about the plot, but I didn't care. Like, all of the characters could have died and I would have felt nothing. All of the characters lived and I didn't feel anything.
That's very true. Anyone in that first episode could have died in that first episode and I wouldn't have cared.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, it could have even been Kate, who has a lot of episode time.
Yeah.
And it would have just been like, oh, okay.
Yep.
Well,
She's gone.
Yeah, Kate's gone. I just learned her name.
Right.
Yeah.
So, but like, if Jack died, I think then I would be like, there's nothing here.
He's like
right?
the
Because
only
he's the
one.
one that you like start with and you learn a lot about. And then if he just died when the T-Rex is chasing them, if he would have just died there.
Would have been like, what was the point?
Yeah. Okay, there's really nothing.
Okay, so you were able to latch on to Jack.
I latched on to Jack.
So you had something there.
Yeah.
I couldn't latch on to Jack.
You can latch on to Jack.
He wasn't
okay.
a strong enough character. They didn't do enough with him for me to like him.
Understandable.
To find anything.
Yeah.
To grab onto.
Yeah.
You know who was great? Orange Mouth Man.
Orange Mouth Man.
Yeah.
That was
great.
so creepy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, total creeper. Like, I totally understood her face when he, like,
Yeah.
got that creeper smile, and I'd be just as confused as she was. Like, I don't know who you are. Why are you smiling at me with weird orange? And where did you get an orange?
And like while she's taking shoes off of
from a
dead
dead
man. She's taking shoes off a dead man and he
Super
looks at her
serious.
and
Yes.
just like orange in the mouth.
Yes. You're not expecting
That
that.
was-
It's weird.
I'm glad you
It's
brought
not
that up.
funny.
Actually, that's
Yeah,
the
no.
most you learn more about his character in that like 2-second scene than I felt I learned about any other character in the show.
Definitely,
Yeah.
definitely.
Yeah, I really liked that moment. That was
Yeah.
really good. Not
He's
only was it
like-
funny,
Yeah.
but it explained just in that tiny orange moment who he was,
Yeah.
like who he is as a person, how he reacts to situations.
Yeah.
Because again, the plane just crashed. Everyone is traumatized, and here's Locke. Isn't it? Locke.
He said no words.
Right. He's just eating an orange.
Yeah,
and
and there's
smiling.
another scene and he's just like enjoying the rain.
Yeah.
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
He's like having the best time there.
Loving it. He
Right.
loves plane crashes.
Yeah.
Like, you can tell he's kind of the outcast. Because he's
yes.
somehow gotten an orange and sits in the rain while everyone hides.
Because he has a
Like,
personality,
That's
he's an
it.
outcast.
Yeah, that's it. That's all he's got. That's
Yeah.
the only
Yeah.
time
You don't
see him.
fit in.
No, so okay.
You get a lot
I'm
of him in
glad-
the finale, though.
Yeah, I'm really glad you brought him
That was
up,
good,
because
yeah.
that reminded me of his whole character, because he doesn't do much
Right.
in that first episode.
But he does a lot in the last
But
episode.
yeah, he does a lot in the last episode. You find that he's now the villain
Yeah.
of the show. Let's get to the last
So
episode.
it's the last episode because it's confusing. Well, like
It
not
is.
for us.
Right, yeah,
Like,
we know
we're experts,
yeah,
but-
at this point.
To Sarah and I.
Yeah, to
I
the
was
women,
That's okay,
it's
that's
very
okay.
confusing. Yeah.
If you start watching first and last episodes of shows, you'll get it.
Yeah.
We're not superstars by any means. We work at this. We weren't
yeah.
born with this talent.
Yeah.
This is something we actually had to put work into.
I mean, I feel like the first time you first lasted Lost was where you found out that this is something you could be great at.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
That's
Lost
probably
Lost
the-
started the show.
Yeah.
I owe all of this to Lost.
Yeah, so it's very fitting that we would
True.
do it on a vacation out here.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, as much as I didn't like the first episode, I really didn't care for the last episode.
Yeah, the last episode is
Too long.
Maybe
12
you should
hours
do,
long, I
Yeah,
think.
it
because
never
that's what
ended.
it felt like.
do a bit of a synopsis for this.
Yeah, Dean, start it off. So, okay, they're
that's-
still
I
on the
got it.
island,
I
but
got
they're
it.
not on
I
the
got
island.
it. Yeah. Okay. So
That
the
was the
last
hardest
the
part.
last episode flips back and forth
Mm-hmm.
between all the characters, most of the characters that we saw in the first episode, being not on the island,
Right.
being back in L.A.
Mhm.
Yes.
Maybe it was,
And for
yeah.
the most part, not remembering their time on the island.
Yes.
Not remembering their time on the island.
Yeah. Some of the characters
Yeah.
at that point did know.
Right.
Yeah. And then flashing back to the island where things are going on. The things going on the island are Locke's Mr. Batty. Like, everyone has to stop Locke from doing something.
Yes.
And he started to smoke. They call him Smokey.
They call him Smokey.
Yes.
They call him Smokey the whole time.
yeah.
I literally never noticed that.
Yeah.
Not one time.
What's
It's
it?
mostly Sawyer.
Sawyer calls
Yeah.
him Smokey all the time.
I don't know who Sawyer
Who's
is.
Sawyer?
He's that.
Yeah.
He's the cop guy in the
cop.
LA
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh,
with the
boy.
vending machine.
Yeah, he
So-
was something else.
So yeah, we go from that to their lives in LA, and I was having trouble placing the timeline of when they're back in LA. So some people back in LA are starting to remember their time on the island. So this is when I'm thinking, yes, okay, they're remembering their time on the island. This is they've gotten off the island, right? And they've gotten off the island and they remember their time. So someone has made them forget or something. And then we see Claire, the pregnant woman from the first episode, and she's still pregnant.
6 years later.
Yes.
6 years later, she's still
Some
pregnant.
people have more
So-
than one baby. Just saying.
True. No, very true. So she could be pregnant again, right?
Or-
But that's
I've
when
met
I
a few
start-
people who have had more than one.
I know
Or
no
she's
one.
pregnant
I-
with a
yeah.
6-year-old.
Yeah.
I'm not really sure how.
right. She could be pregnant.
So
with a
she could be
6-year-old,
pregnant
yeah.
with a 6-year-old.
Yeah.
That was a big baby that came out. So
A true gooey baby.
a big gooey.
Yeah.
Well,
that
the
she
whole-
cuddled with.
The whole episode is the people back in LA having realizations and remembering their time on the island, and then all mentioning that they're going to go meet up somewhere. And then we go back to the island, and Locke is trying to get Desmond, who we only know from the last episode, trying to get Desmond down a well. Jack is like, yeah, let's do it. Let's get Desmond down the well because you're wrong about whatever he's supposed to be down there for.
Yes.
And we keep flashing back, and they're having more revelations. More people are finding out their time on the island. Yeah, that's basically the first half of
which
Good
is which
thing
is
we
a,
watched it.
Yeah.
right,
that's
which is
maybe-
about 6 hours long.
it was 40 minutes long. Okay, so
It was 38 minutes when I hit
yeah,
pause.
there's a moment in the
felt like
episode.
forever.
It did feel long. There's a moment in the episode where Alex hits pause to check the time, and it was 38 minutes in, and there was an
It's
hour
just-
and 2 minutes left.
And a noise.
And
was
like all of us.
Yeah, all of us. Okay, because the whole point, not the whole point, but you could tell that they're trying to tug at the heartstrings, right? In this
Oh, yeah.
last episode. So everything is about everyone's revelation, and everyone's revelation is sappy And
Yes.
very.
And they all make out.
Oh yeah, everyone makes out.
If they took out all of the kissing, it wouldn't have needed to be
It would have been
2
like
episodes. It would have been
half
1
an hour.
episode. It would have been 40 minutes.
And it wasn't just like, oh, I know you kiss. It was
No.
like, I know you eat your face,
Yes.
like mouths wide open. I
I've
saw
never
saliva
seen people-
between 2 people
Yes.
at one point.
Open their mouth
Yeah.
so far. Like, somebody unhinged their jaw for
Yeah.
sure. Because I was like, what is happening?
Yeah.
I don't remember these scenes.
So the Sawyer and Juliet scene, which happens
Yeah.
much later, when they pulled away, there was a strand.
Yes.
There was
Yes,
a
there
strand
was.
between them. It
Oh,
was
man.
gross.
What did he get from that vending machine? That sounds
Yeah.
yucky.
He got
Don't
a
ever
chocolate
get
bar.
that.
Yeah.
Yucky, stringy.
Yeah.
So,
Oh yeah, does anything else happen you need to tell? I mean, like
Well-
Locke later in the episode.
I think we'll get to it. But
I'll get to it.
we'll
Yeah, that's
get to
basically
that.
the premise of the last episode.
Okay.
Is in LA, people remembering that they were on the island.
Yeah.
Right.
And
And
on
on
the
the
While
island-
also going
yeah.
back to the
Yeah,
island.
flashing back to the
Yeah.
island where everybody is trying to stop Locke. Locke is a terrible person.
Yeah.
For
Yes.
sure, yeah.
Yeah.
No oranges in No Mouths.
No.
He did not have a single orange in his mouth, no.
No.
He had red in
But
his
there
mouth
was
at one
something
point.
about
True.
dying or being hurt. I did get
Yeah.
that part because
Yes.
once he started bleeding, that was like...
That was a big deal.
That was a big deal.
He's
Right.
walking towards Kate.
Yes.
She's got a gun. She's unloading the gun. Like, I mean,
Yes.
she is firing from her hip with what looks like some sort of wound in her shoulder. So
Yeah.
she could
Those
be just...
bullets were hitting.
Yeah,
Yes.
she could be just missing, but he kept walking, and
Right.
he told her to save her bullets.
Yeah, and that's because he's become this
Like,
other world,
demigod,
like supernatural
sort of,
Yeah.
being.
like not...
Because
wow.
the real Locke is dead.
Yes. I got
That's not real Locke.
that. Right.
Right, because at one point in time, Jack tells him, "You're not Locke. You're wearing his face,
Yes.
but you're disrespecting him."
Yes.
Right.
So
right.
we know
so
that
Locke's
this is
body
not,
was a sock.
this.
and-
yes,
Yep.
exactly.
Another Locke and Key
Yeah.
reference.
Lock and key. There you go.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Lock and sock.
Lock and
Nice.
sock.
Yeah. So
Sarah and I are gonna.
Yeah, I totally
We're
had
gonna do the
that
rhyming.
first.
Yeah.
We will do the rhyming, you do the rest.
so half of the episode is about pulling the plug so the island sinks. That's just like
Yes.
it's not actually sinking. It's just destroying, like falling apart. But it's pulling this.
It's all going into the water.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This plug that is a very bad plug, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's terrible. It
Definitely
does
Pulling
not
a
fit
huge
in the hole.
stone. Yeah.
Yes.
Pulling a huge stone.
I don't
out
know how
of,
that works.
Yeah.
out
That
of a
doesn't seem to
hole
work.
that it wasn't really blocking.
Yes.
Um,
It was literally a circle trying to fit into a plus sign.
Yeah.
And I don't know
Yeah.
how that actually blocked anything. I'm thinking, wow, cool. No.
Maybe that's why my drains don't work at home. Yeah, they're the same shape.
you need the circle and the plus.
Yes.
Yeah.
Which you know.
Exactly.
Yeah, so if you remove this circle in the plus sign, then Locke seems to think it'll destroy the island, which he wants to do.
Yes.
And Jack thinks that something else is going to happen. He doesn't even know. He just thinks that
He just thinks he's wrong.
he thinks
Yes.
Locke is wrong.
yeah.
He thinks
It's
there's-
not even that he thinks it'll stop Locke.
Yeah.
It's just
He thinks he's wrong.
He disagrees with him.
Yeah. At the beginning of the episode, Sawyer goes up to Jack and says, like, what happened with Jacob? So there's a guy that Jack must have talked to named Jacob that told him something. And so he thinks that this is why Locke's wrong, because Jacob told Jack about something about Desmond.
And there were names on a wall. Caught that?
Yeah.
And there
Names
were-
on a wall.
Yeah. Because I think Kate or somebody said,
Yes.
so then, like, because someone wrote
It
our
was like
names
the
on the
school
wall,
play.
you
Yeah.
think, you
And you
think
wait for your
you're
name.
special because someone wrote our names on the wall.
Yes.
Yeah.
They're not.
There's no other candidates.
Yeah.
It's also a thing.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's what
Yeah.
it said. There's no other
Yes.
candidates. Yeah.
So does your
Jack
name on the wall
now.
really mean anything when you're the only ones? Like,
Yeah.
is it that special?
Yeah.
They chose us because we're the only ones that came to fight the dinosaurs.
So here's the thing.
Yes.
Here's the thing.
And there were no dinosaurs in the last.
They did
There
not
were
show
no dinosaurs.
No.
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 So here's the thing. They pull the plug. The island starts sinking. But this also makes Locke able to be injured, able to be killed.
Yes.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
they're both right, I guess. Right? So
Is Jack
But
saying
he's
gonna
not
kill
right.
Locke?
no, he's not.
He's
yeah.
not right. He didn't know it was going to happen.
No, Jack didn't know what was going to happen.
Yeah.
But he claimed that he knew.
He said he was going to kill Locke.
Yeah, he
Yes.
said he was going to kill Locke.
Yeah.
So, okay. So the island's sinking. Jack and Locke have this great fight where he Superman punches him but doesn't.
Yes.
That was a great scene that never happened.
Yes.
He jumps in for the Superman punch. They cut to commercial, and then they basically just run into each other.
Yeah.
And come back.
Yep. The best scene that never happens.
Yes.
Yeah.
And Lost.
So we can get back to the fight, but I just want to get to so Jack ends up killing Locke. Kate ends up killing Locke, and Jack kicks him off. And then Jack says he has to go back and put the plug in. He can't let the island sink. Why?
Why doesn't he let the island sink?
Why?
Yeah.
Doesn't anyone?
Yeah.
There's a plane.
There's a plane
There's
that's
a
gonna leave.
plane
Yeah.
to take them off.
Right.
Yeah.
And Jack says no.
Yeah.
No.
Now, and I know the answer.
Dinosaurs.
No. The dinosaurs are gone by this part.
Okay.
Yeah. The reason that he has to save the island is because the episode is an hour and 30 minutes, and we needed that 20 minutes of nonsense to fill up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Not
the
enough
rest of the
kissing.
episode.
That
Yeah,
makes sense.
yeah, they had
everyone had
kissing
kissed
in there.
everyone
Yes,
already.
there was more
Right,
kissing
right.
done.
There was more kissing, but when they tested it with their audience,
Yeah.
they didn't respond well.
There
So
was
they
there was a
filmed-
kiss close to there that was Jack and Kate, and it was kind of funny because they were
Yes.
both holding their wounds. Like
Yeah.
Kate was like this kissing him, and Jack was like they're both dying and kissing.
Which is funny to you.
It was hilarious. When two people are dying and they decide to kiss, it's so funny.
But they also need each other. Like, we're both gonna die.
because it didn't matter.
We're gonna go separate
It
ways.
was also pretty funny that Jack's like, Hurley, you gotta get out of here, and he's like, no. And it was like, Ben, you gotta get out of here. No. Kate, you gotta get out of here. Okay.
All right. I was like, later.
Even I think someone's like, well, this isn't gonna work. It hasn't worked with anyone else. And then she's just like, you got it.
Yeah.
No problem.
I did not see a point to saving.
Same
that.
thing. Yes.
No.
Something had happened that Jack was in love with this island.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Right?
He was infatuated with the island.
love with the island.
Yeah.
But as far as
He
we know,
sacrificed
only
himself.
bad things happened on this island.
Yeah.
Like
Right.
plane crash, people dying, T-Rex, like
Yeah.
Multiple plane
bad
crashes.
things.
Yeah, there's another plane
Yes,
on the island.
just-
So
yeah.
there must have
Well,
been multiple.
yes,
Well,
and the one in the water with
Yeah.
the random pilot.
yeah.
That was
That's the
pulling
thing.
to our boat.
There was like a bunch
just
of new
trust.
people on that island, right?
Yes.
So I was a little bit confused until I saw another plane. So like there must have been another plane
Another-
crash, and so that's why there's more
Yeah.
people.
That crashed and stayed whole. Except for the one window.
Except for the
One
window.
window.
Yeah, that
Yes.
one the first plane tore into 3 pieces.
Yes.
The second plane, just had
Landed upright.
Yeah,
Third
just-
plane.
There's
you don't
something
even
about
see.
hydraulics being
Yes.
Yeah.
messed up.
But I mean, that could just be from sitting there. And
yeah, true.
terrible
yeah.
climate,
Who knows
you
how
know?
long it was sitting there? Yeah.
And anyone can fix the hydraulics, by the way.
Yes.
Yeah.
Super easy.
You just
With
need
that
duct tape.
picture with
Yeah.
little words.
Well, no,
And
he,
duct tape.
he
Yes.
took a course on it.
He didn't
Took
take a
a course.
course.
No,
it was his
He
job at some
Something.
point.
Yeah, he worked like construction.
helped his
2
uncle
summers.
renovate an
Yeah.
apartment.
Yeah, he watched an
Apartment.
episode of like how it's made.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and he
He
was
didn't
an
touch
it was
that,
a
so
duct
we
tape,
can't
yeah.
decide
Yeah.
that.
Maybe watch the first and last of how it was made.
Probably.
Yes.
And he knew how to
Oh.
work on planes.
Yeah.
There
Yes.
you go.
Easy.
So, yeah, he saves the island, which is great, but in the in the grand scope of the episode, what did it matter? It didn't.
And I don't know why he had to die. Because, okay, Desmond goes down, fire. Okay, scary.
Mm-hmm.
Desmond doesn't die. Someone goes and gets him. He goes down and he has this beautiful, calming, glowing water.
Yeah,
and
he
he's
looks
like, I'm just
relaxed.
going to die.
Yeah, he looks
here.
relaxed.
Even though there's 2 people up there that one of them could come down. 3 people up there.
Right.
One of them could come down and help me. Forget it.
They did a bad job portraying it, but he had a really bad wound.
He was
So,
stabbed.
yeah,
True.
he
Yeah.
was going to die.
Yeah, I
he
think
should have
that's what
died
I mean,
a
yeah.
lot,
Yeah.
like, long before that.
You mean climbing up a mountain and then down a mountain and then
Yeah.
down a hole?
Yeah.
And grabbing a large circle rock and putting it in a plus sign.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
It's
guys,
too much.
we established early, like first episode, that Jack has amazing like tolerance and,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and slow blood loss.
Yeah.
Yes.
Bleeding works
So it
differently
takes
on
some time.
that.
Yeah.
Well, and his
I-
wounds move. He can get stabbed in the lung.
Yeah.
And then it goes down into,
Yeah.
like, his side.
Which is really
So-
helpful.
Yeah,
when
that's
you,
a very different
When you
move.
still have stuff to
If
do.
I,
Yeah,
need, if,
so-
if I was going to have a superpower, that wouldn't be that bad.
Yeah.
Move the wound.
So yeah, I would say he dies from his wound.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's. I didn't think he was going to.
But, like, we're going to leave him in the hole? Like, I would not leave my, oh my god, my best friend down in a hole to die alone.
Well, now you don't have to bury him. Like, he's already in a hole.
Because they showed them burying everybody else that died. Like, they talked about getting the dead people out of the airplane and then never did that.
His shoes were terrible, so they didn't need them.
That's true. They were wet.
Yeah.
The big guy wasn't fitting into his shoes.
That's true.
So
I mean, like,
matter.
Yeah, so Hurley, Ben, Desmond. They pull Desmond out.
Yes.
And Jack's still down there. And they have nothing to do after that. Right? Like, Hurley and Ben...
Hurley's in charge of the island.
Hurley and Ben and Desmond have nothing to do. They're just like, they're not getting on the plane.
Is Ben the surprise guy?
Why? Yeah,
okay.
He's surprised.
Well, he's the number 2 now.
Yeah. But like, good point. Why didn't they just be like, oh wait, why don't we just go down and get Jack?
Grab him.
Like,
at least.
We got nothing to do. We're not going to the plane.
Yeah.
They're just oh no, it's done. Okay, let's go.
He managed to get out. He got out.
Yes.
I don't know
magically.
how.
Yes.
They just cut to a scene and he was
out. Yeah.
But like, it never mattered. It just showed it, and then it like flashed back to LA again.
He was back in the same spot.
They had done a lot of
episode.
flashes back to LA in that point, I think, just so we would be confused.
Yes.
Right? And it'd be like, oh, I don't remember. Maybe he did get up there.
Yeah.
Yes, he climbed up.
Yeah.
I don't mind, like, flashbacks. Flashbacks are fine. This was so bad. I felt like 2 separate episodes that are like, let's just peanut butter and jelly this together.
Yeah.
And roll with it and see what happens. People aren't going to understand. It doesn't matter because it doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
So
that's because it wasn't really in the past because they were remembering things that were happening in that episode on the island.
So let's get to the end.
Let's get to the end.
Like, that's the whole thing. People were confused I remember a lot of people being confused after it came out.
I watched the last episode on TV and I read an article in our paper the next day, and the guy who reviewed the show was very confused.
I don't know. I guess I didn't feel confused by the end. My take on it was they died in that plane crash. They were dead. And the reason that they had to be on the island was going through something traumatic is really hard, but it's not as hard when you do it with other people. And so to help them cope with their death, they had the whole island experience together.
So that's not what I got.
I don't get that either.
So what
but the whole reason that I say that is because of the conversation that he has with his dad.
And that's why I think differently is because of the conversation he had.
All right.
So what his dad says that makes me think this. So what I think is that island stuff did happen. And Jack does keep the island going, and dies on the island there. And this is just a place where they all come after they die for whatever reason. If they die of old age. Or so Jack died on the island, but maybe the LA flashbacks, yeah. So the LA flashbacks are a place that they created to all meet up before they move on into whatever, heaven or wherever they're going. Yeah. So, because he tells Jack, he says, some have died before you, some have died long after you. So I think Jack does die on the island, but maybe Kate makes it off in the plane. So maybe Kate dies of old age later. But they all remember each other as when they knew each other from the island.
And that's why they're that age.
That's the most important thing to their life. They all shaped their life when they were on the island. Because he says, well, where are we? And when is it? Or what time is it? And he says, there is no here and there is no now.
Right.
So it's not that it all happened then and they all died there and that's why they're all there. I think it's because that's the place they created. So they've all died at different times. So the baby that's dead, I don't think died as a baby. I think
then
the baby lived because that's when they knew. That's when they knew the baby is from the experience on the island. They knew it.
But why do they get to dictate that when it's the afterlife, it's a baby?
Because
the baby, but the baby experienced the whole life. It's a real person.
This was the baby's most important time.
Yeah,
on the island. It was all downhill from there.
You get to spend your entire afterlife as a baby.
I took a little bit of both of those. I thought the end was that they did all die on the island, just not at the same time. I think Claire died, after giving birth to that baby. And I think, not maybe immediately after, but shortly thereafter. So that's why this baby is still there as a baby. And they all died, and they might have died in the order they got picked up.
And that's why they look those ages.
Right.
Because they did die on the island. Not in the plane crash, but on the island.
And I just kind of get rid of some of the flashbacks to the second part of the island. It's just it wasn't a flashback because it happened, and that's why it was the last thing that happened. Is because Jack might have been the last one to die. And maybe, I don't know. I don't totally understand I think they all died on the island. I don't think anybody got off that thing. And that's why it's like all set on a lake, and they're all in like different places, but they all are the same age as when they were on the island. I don't think they got older than that. Like that is island is the end.
Yeah. I don't think that they still I see it as them dying in the plane crash, but having to.
But then it doesn't make sense as to why she had the baby. If she died in the plane crash, she would have died pregnant and still be pregnant. Like she would have no idea about this baby being like she was dead.
Yeah.
Like,
and to me, it doesn't make sense that they would all meet up in wherever they're purgatory because
they would
they
have
don't
no
know
idea who each other are.
Like they wouldn't have seen everyone on the plane. So that's why I think that they did go through all that stuff on the island, and that's why they created this place where they could all meet up before.
Now,
moving on.
Moving on.
Yeah.
Now, can you say that that's the definitive answer to the ending?
Can I say that?
Right. Oh, well, you can say, like, technically you could say that.
Like, you're asking me with actual knowledge if that is the ending.
Right.
Yes.
You that is the actual ending.
Yes.
And you know that.
The creators of the show came out 10 years after, which was a couple years ago.
Okay.
And said that.
But did you come up with that on your own?
I did.
Okay.
Yeah. So, every article that I read and everyone that I talked to thought they all died on the plane crash. And the whole thing was just nothing.
Okay.
Like, the whole thing was just
Now, is that a good thing or a bad thing? That you get to the end of the show and so many people have to say what happened, and the people who created the show have to come out and say, this is the ending.
So I think...
Did they do a good enough job in the last episode? Because there's ways to leave it open-ended, and there's ways to... And there's what they did, which was just to make it confusing.
Yeah.
I think if they were going to leave it confusing, they should have never said what the actual ending was.
Yeah.
Because it was so confusing.
Right.
I feel like having so many people's opinions would almost be better. Because like right here, there were 3 different ideas of what happened. That it's better to be like, I think this happened, you think that.
Right.
Than to be like, no, this is actually
That's
what happened.
That's why I like the ending of Sopranos. I don't know if you've ever seen that.
No.
Okay. Maybe we'll do that show soon. Never mind.
You
So the
should.
people who have seen The Sopranos, you know what I'm talking
Have you heard
about.
about the end? Because I'd never seen it. And
Okay, let's put it this way. The ending is open-ended. You don't know what happens. And the creator is not going to tell you what happens. And that was done really well. Because it's not confusing.
Yeah.
It's just open-ended.
Yeah.
This was confusing.
It was hard to follow.
Yeah.
And I think that's why so many people
Right. Right. And it's not just because we watched only the first and the last.
No, I actually think watching the first and last is the most clear way of watching it.
I don't...
I'm serious,
And you've seen all of it a lot, so...
Yeah.
I
don't know if that's a good thing either.
No, I watched those 2 episodes and I really thought I didn't need to see anything more to get the full Lost experience.
Yeah.
Because no matter what, I was going to be lost at the end.
Yeah. And well, the name is Lost.
Yeah, it's
So maybe
very apt.
that is what they're going for.
Did a great job.
Right? Maybe.
No. I just think that the last episode was a blunder.
So for a creator of a show to say he's going radio silence after the show, he's not going to talk about the show ever. I think maybe that means he wants to leave it open-ended.
Right,
Yeah.
Like,
right.
He wants
that
to
would have
leave
been the way to go.
He wants
That's
to leave
what
it
they should have
confusing.
done.
Yeah, so then he came in 10 years later and said...
Which is a mistake.
That was the mistake.
Yeah,
Coming in
I
and
truly
saying,
believe
this
that
is
was a
what
mistake.
happened,
Yeah.
was the mistake.
Yeah.
Because leaving it the way it was and us having 3
Yeah,
different
we could
opinions, I think is what, when you go
It's more
silent,
interesting.
is what you're going for.
Yes.
Yes.
And I find that more interesting to hear what you both had to say versus what I thought.
Yeah.
Which mine still didn't make total sense, and it never probably would. But I think that was more interesting to hear those than to be like, this is what they said.
So mine doesn't make sense either. And here's why mine doesn't make sense either. There's a scene where Desmond is talking to Jack right before he goes down to the hall. And he's like, none of this matters. Because there's this place where we're all together. And the plane landed and we're fine. He's talking about that LA place.
Yeah.
How does he know about that place? He's on the island.
Yes.
So how would he know about the afterlife place we're talking about?
Yeah.
And he did make the comment that I was sitting next to on the plane.
Yeah, he
That
said...
landed in LA, but I made sure to point out the fact that there were
Yeah.
2 seats open next to him.
He was not sitting next to him on the plane.
Because that never happens. There's never that many open seats. Yeah. So that was a lie.
Yeah, when I saw that part and Desmond saying that, I was completely confused with the ending I thought I knew.
Right.
I feel like they almost didn't know either.
How does he know this?
They're like, we're just going to write what we feel like writing. Because I've seen the middle at some points, but I don't remember again because I'm terrible at it. They're like, we're just going to write what we think is cool, and too bad, so sad if you don't get it. Yeah. We're going to make something up anyway and deal with it. It was very confusing.
I did think the same thing as Dean thought, though.
Yeah.
You said that you were the only person that figured out the ending of this show.
Yeah, until I met you.
But
Yeah, so I had told you that. I'd said, I love Lost, let's talk about it.
that was the test.
I was like, you're going to think the wrong thing, but this is, I know the right thing. What do you think? And then she said the right thing.
and then he proposed right then and there.
Yeah, I got down on my knee, I pulled out the ring. Exactly, yeah.
That's the test.
Yeah,
That's
so
our story.
yeah, most people have some answer, which is either Alex's or Sarah's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think that's the better way to go.
Yeah.
I think so too.
I don't...
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
I would much rather like the idea of you giving that answer and you feeling really confident about that answer, but not knowing if it's
Yeah.
true
Yes,
or not.
yeah.
Yeah. Like, even though you came up with the same answer that their intention was,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't want you to know that.
Right. Like, I want to know that because I want to feel like the smartest person in
Yeah.
any room I enter.
And Alex doesn't
But-
like that.
Yeah. Alex doesn't. That's
No,
not the
I like-
vibe of the show.
I like that we could have a back and... Because you can't have a real back and forth.
Yeah.
Because
Because you know.
it doesn't... What I'm saying is...
Doesn't matter.
They can't see quotes. Is wrong.
Quote
Yeah.
unquote.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's why you
quote-unquote
use
wrong.
that phrase, quote unquote.
Yeah, thanks.
No problem.
Yeah. Snooty.
Yeah.
I told you that's why I got kicked off the other end.
Yes. I don't know.
It's just hard for me to accept that one. Like, clearly it's right because they just said it was. But,
Yeah.
and I'm just taking them, especially Dean and Laura, at like face value. They told me that. I'm not Googling this or anything because I don't care enough.
Yeah.
But like the fact that a baby is still a baby, like, poor thing has to like poo in its own diaper for the rest of eternity because somebody decided that was the most important time.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
it died when it was 80.
Again, another thing that doesn't really make
Makes
sense.
sense.
Right?
Yeah.
So that's why, even though I this is the way I think it happened when I watched it, that's what I thought happened. And when he came out and said, like, well, basically said they didn't die on the plane crash. Like, this is just a place they met up afterwards. I still think that it's still up for debate because of these things.
Right.
Yes.
There's in English classes, there's different ways to read a text. And there's the authorial intent, which is what the author intended, which is the answer that you have.
Mm-hmm.
That's the one. And then there's one where, I can't think of the name of it right now, where you just go off of the book. Where even though
Right.
the creator gave that answer, that's not the right answer.
Right.
So you just base it off of the text.
Yeah.
And that's, I think, more interesting than
Yeah.
if the creator explains it.
Yeah.
Just going off of what is there, and I think you can always do that, even though the creator has said this is what it is.
Yeah.
You could go the other way and just say that's not what it is.
Yeah. And
This
I think-
is what we have here. What we have contradicts a lot of what you're saying. So is it really what happened?
Yeah, I don't think you can. Like, he must have just been like, okay, I'm just going to go silent, let everyone think about what they're thinking. And then everyone was saying they all died on the plane, and he just got upset. Right? And he just, like, came out and he's like, no, you're wrong. And it's like, well, you can't say that. You can't say that you are okay to just leave it wide open.
Yes.
If, when people talking about the thing that you didn't think was the answer, makes you upset.
I
Yeah.
was gonna say, I wonder if like that's what happened.
Yeah.
Like he just
I
was
think
like,
it
no.
must have
drove
been,
him
yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
He's like, no,
That's not what I
right. That's not what I
meant.
meant.
Yeah.
You got it wrong.
Yeah.
Maybe you got it
Yeah,
wrong.
Yeah, like,
if that's the
Yeah.
case,
There's that many
if that many
plot
people,
holes.
well, if that many people say that wasn't that's not what they came
Yeah.
away with, you did a bad job as a writer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it clearly wasn't that the creator wanted it to be open-ended.
Right.
Because if he wanted it to be open-ended,
Exactly.
he
You
wouldn't
don't need
have
to
said
come
anything.
out and say anything. Yeah.
Right. So
It was a mistake on his part.
And it's also strange that the first episode we've all pretty much said like the plot was the best part, and then to come to the end and say the plot fell apart. Like we have no idea.
Yeah.
Like this doesn't make sense. The plot was no good.
there was definitely more character work in the second.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or in the last
They
episode.
focused a lot on the character
Yes.
work in the last
Right.
one, right? They were going for the payoffs of everyone who watched this series is going to just love all these people
Right.
hugging and kissing.
Yeah.
and ignore everything that didn't make any sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was very sappy and a lot of like reminiscing.
Yeah.
A lot of flashbacks of
Yeah.
all the seasons you were watching
Yeah.
and
And I mean,
that
by
kind of
by
thing.
the end,
I had no emotions left
No.
to relate.
In the
so
end, yeah.
by the time it was like the last emotional moment, I was kind of spent emotionally.
which is supposed to be the big one.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you're just like, I don't
Yeah.
care.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it over?
Yeah.
Right.
because it was long.
It was
and
very long.
Yeah.
I mean, so it was like an hour and 40
Yeah.
minutes, which is longer than just 2 TV episodes.
Right.
Right? 2 TV episodes is about an hour 25.
Yeah.
Right. So it was
pretty close to like a movie time.
Yeah.
At that
Yeah.
point.
Yeah.
Yes.
But not as long as the MASH movie time.
No, MASH was longer. And MASH is a shorter regular
Yeah.
show, right? So it felt really long.
Which
watching
felt longer.
it.
For Alex, it was probably Lost.
You know what? Actually, that's a good question. And Lost did feel longer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I had already watched that.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah.
Before I came, I had watched it.
Yeah.
And MASH I only watched once.
Yeah. Because the first viewing always seems
Of
to
anything.
feel longer than the second time. Because you know what's coming.
Yeah.
But
And-
I've only seen the end once, and that still felt like one of the longest things I've ever sat through.
Right.
The only thing that's ever felt longer is when I went to the movies with my sister to see In Her Shoes, a Cameron Diaz movie, and I fell asleep. So, that was terrible. This was a really close second.
And that movie was probably only an hour and 20 minutes.
It wasn't
Yeah.
long, and it was horrible.
Yeah.
Now, where MASH was longer, MASH was also better. In my opinion.
Yeah.
MASH was better.
Yeah.
This show won't
Well,
be-
MASH was more of a
It
complete...
was more standalone.
Yeah, it was more of a
Yeah.
standalone
They
complete
did
story.
okay. They did a better job in the last episode of MASH of a better like character work than Lost ever did.
Yeah.
It just in
Because you still only heard, like, Sawyer and Juliet, like, we still didn't know, even though we were supposed to feel, like, sadness and happiness or whatever for them, I still didn't know who they were. And,
Yeah.
like, character work was supposed to be what was the end versus plot, clearly. And I still was like, what? Who?
And when you
Are you
get to
kidding?
that point, it's already too much of the realization thing.
yeah.
Like, I think they should have used that more sparingly than they did.
Yes.
Like,
By the time
please
we get
just
to
touch
the
him.
by the time we get to
Yeah.
the big like the main people of the show getting the realization,
Yeah.
you're already like, I know, I get
It
it.
felt,
Yeah.
it felt like Glee. Everything was the same.
Everything was a
They
big
were
moment.
all it was all a happy sappy moment.
Yeah.
Yeah, very true. Yeah, Glee's finale was very much just like everything works out perfectly.
Glee's finale was worse. I will say.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because the best part about the finale, until we bring the creator into it, is the debate about what actually happened.
Yeah.
That's I think that's the best takeaway from the episode. It's not the episode. It's not like actually watching it, because watching it, we've all admitted,
Yeah.
it was
And
it felt long.
I thought the stuff on the island was pretty cool. I was into the stuff on the island. Like,
But
even,
it didn't matter. Like, who
even
cares?
though, like, who cares? Like, even though I don't know why Jack wants to save the
Yeah.
island, like,
Why it's so important.
It almost doesn't matter because it's pretty exciting. Like, there's this cool pool down there, and why is Desmond the only one who can lift a huge rock? Maybe he's been working out lately, and no
But
one
then
else
he's
has.
not.
Yeah.
Like, they
But then
proved
Jack
that.
just does it and
Yeah.
puts it in.
Yeah.
He was like, Desmond had no real value outside of everybody wanted him. As
Everyone
far as
wants
I know.
Desmond.
Yeah.
There's the accent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Outside
He didn't-
of...
Yeah.
That's young Dustin Hoffman.
Yes.
Yeah.
He didn't serve any purpose.
No, like, they all thought he did.
Anyone could have
And then he
gone
was,
down
like,
there
pretty
to pull the
useless.
plug.
Yes. And they could have picked somebody lighter who would have been, like, easier to drop down in the hole and, like, pull back up instead of letting
Like
die
Lyda.
Yeah.
in the hole.
Yeah, I would
Benjamin
have
was
sent
He would
out.
have
light,
been teeny.
yeah.
He would have been perfect.
I would have sent
He
out
could have plugged the hole
Beaker.
himself.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like, just stood there and would have fit better into
Yeah.
that size hole
Yeah.
than the rock made for the hole.
Yeah. So Hero and Zero.
Yeah.
Let's be. There's 4 of us now, so let's just be. I'm gonna get mine out of the way.
Do it.
Right away. My hero. At first, I thought Charlie. I thought Charlie was going to be my hero, but then Sarah brought up the orange moment with Locke, and Locke has to be my hero.
Okay.
Because even in the last episode, it's not just the orange moment. It's when they're in LA and he's having that surgery and all that. I really like Terry O'Quinn.
Okay, yeah.
So
yeah.
I like him anyway, and he's probably the best actor on the show. Yes, I'm going to say that definitively.
Okay.
He's the best actor on the show. So I really liked him. My zero is Jack. He was just annoying. I did not care about him at all. He did die. Everyone died.
Everybody died.
Yeah, everyone died. But I never felt any emotion towards him whatsoever. He didn't do anything for me as a character. He didn't make me love him. He didn't make me hate him. He was just there.
Yeah.
And that made me angry because he's the main character.
Yeah.
It's an ensemble show, but he's supposed to be the main character.
Yeah.
And he didn't do anything for me.
Right.
Sarah.
All right, so my hero, I just decided this right now,
Okay.
was Hurley. Not only because we share a very nice hairstyle. That is a good quality man, though. He gave the pregnant lady 2 dinners. I don't know if anybody else
I saw that, yeah.
I did, and I'm like, oh, that's so sweet. He gave the fat one, 2, you know? How cool. Like, that would be so nice if somebody gave me 2 dinners.
Just call a pregnant lady fat.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm sure all pregnant women are going to love that.
Yeah.
You're not pregnant,
sorry.
you're fat.
And then, so that's why I like Hurley. And he just, gets the gang together clearly at the end. He is apparently the only one that knows what's going on and shoots people with darts. Who doesn't love it? And just throws people in trunks. Great.
And he's a great number 1.
Yes, a great number 1. He drinks puddle water.
He drinks puddle water.
With no questions asked.
Yeah.
He just drinks
He took that like a champ.
Yeah, dirty puddle water. You can't ask for more out of a hero.
Yeah.
And then my 0 was a tough call, but I'm going to go probably with Desmond because for the most part, he just got beat up, people almost killed, and laid in a lava pit for a majority of the time. He really served no real purpose except they thought he served a purpose. Mm-hmm. So you might as well just send somebody you actually knew down into the hole.
Yeah. I mean, when we started the episode, he was apparently in a well.
Yes.
Everyone went to look for him in a well. Why is he in there?
This man spent a lot of time in holes.
I'd like to think he just fell into the well.
And he's okay with it. They're we're going to put you in this other hole.
Yeah.
And you need to do what you need to do. And he's he knows all about this hole for some reason.
Yeah.
And then is okay with pulling the plug.
Yeah.
Because he can? If somebody's going to tell me to go in a hole, I'm going to be no thank you, and I'm going to fight you.
Yeah.
And not let you just tie me to a rope and drop me in a hole.
And also, he agrees to do this because Locke is going to threaten Rose and Bernard, who he was with, right? So he's as long as you don't hurt them. And then they get there, and he's nothing really matters.
Yeah. Doesn't matter.
Then why didn't you just let him kill them? If nothing
and then
really matters.
Run away.
Yeah. It doesn't matter what I do.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't. Yeah, we're all going to be at this other place. It's
great, they pulled you out of a well for you to be shoved into a different type of
different
well.
hole. Yeah.
Let them die and run.
Yeah. Okay.
So those are mine.
Laura, you want to go?
Sure.
Okay.
So my hero was actually Jack.
Okay.
Which might surprise Dean because he was my 0 when I actually watched the whole series.
Yeah, yeah, you didn't like him. Yeah.
But just watching the first and the last, I think he's my hero because you do get a lot of information about him.
Yeah.
And I feel you see a lot of progress. I felt in the first episode, he was kind of a bundle of nerves, but dealing with it pretty well. Mm-hmm. And then in the last episode, he was very confident and he was very much a man with a plan, but not in a sciencey way, in a really faithful way, kind of. He was different. So it seemed there was some growth there, but also I felt I knew him the best.
Yeah.
And I think they showed a lot of his character, actually. But my 0 in the first and last would be Juliet, because, she kind of drove me crazy in that she wasn't in the first episode, but the last one was when she was the doctor and she was seeing Sun and what's her husband's name?
Jin.
Yes,
Jin,
and they don't speak English, which she says when she comes in. She's talking to them in English, and she says, "Oh, I'm sorry, you don't speak any English." She pauses and she says, "I'll just try not to talk a lot." And then she goes on to explain a whole bunch of medical things.
Yeah.
And it wasn't then I'll just get a translator to help us out.
Yeah.
She just started explaining everything about their baby.
And they're just staring at it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It was not the greatest doctor moment.
No.
If we're talking about bedside manner.
A facial expression yeah, your baby's okay. It was just more a very straight,
always.
It's okay.
Yeah.
But wait, did they not... Did the realization make them know English?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
That's what happened there.
And you missed that only watching the first and last, because that is something I remember from the memo.
No, I didn't miss anything. I'm an expert.
No,
I just went...
Right.
But she
forgot.
she didn't know that.
She didn't know.
Right.
She's still just talking to them. Yeah.
Right.
At the end, she's just you guys are actually pretty good at English.
Yeah. She praises them. That
way
wasn't
to
condescending
go.
at all.
I know.
Yeah.
So she would be my 0. It's interesting that my 0 in the first and last was Juliet, a doctor, and my 0 in the whole series was Jack, a doctor.
A doctor. Yeah.
I didn't have much faith in the docs. I guess not.
Okay, so My hero, I'm gonna side with the fiance here. My hero's Jack. Yeah, the show opens up on his eye opening, and it closes on his eye closing, and I think, like you said, in those 2 episodes, I can even feel the growth in the hero journey. Like where right away, I told you I love the first scene. Right away, saving all these people, and then kind of the thing at the end where it's ridiculous what he's doing. It seems ridiculous that he just wants to save the island, but I feel like that's been a progression in his character, whether it's whatever good or not. He's moved from this like calculating person to this person that's just like, I gotta trust whatever somebody told me and do it. So I don't know. I did like Jack throughout the whole thing. My 0 is his father at the end.
Okay.
Why is his father explaining the whole movie, or sorry, the whole show to us? Like
well, they needed an
outside
outside character.
An angel.
Yeah, he was being touched by people throughout the show and remembering things, right. And then he touches his father's casket, and that makes him remember everything.
Yeah.
I don't know. They did need an outside person to explain it, I guess.
I guess so, yeah.
Yeah.
And it was somebody that Jack respected and trusted, I guess, it seemed.
I guess, yeah.
His dad.
Yeah. I don't know. He just seemed, to me it just seemed a little bit strange.
Yeah, we needed a character, so we're going to throw this in.
Yeah, it just seemed a little bit strange that he was the one explaining.
Right.
Yeah.
Explaining what's going on.
Speaking of outsider story, just Ben sitting outside on the bench.
Yeah. So what does that even mean? Like, he doesn't get to go with them? And somebody was waiting for somebody.
Yeah, he doesn't feel
whoever
like
that white-haired lady was, I was like, oh, she's in everything. And she's like, are you going to take my son? And he's like, he doesn't come with me. Yeah. I was like, is he going to hell? Like, what are we explaining
that? Was hilarious. Yeah.
Like, does he not get to go to heaven? And then I'm like, oh my god, who's her kid? Now I think it's Ben or the dog.
No, it was the
piano player.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, see, I didn't get that.
It's like, no, he's not our friend.
Right.
So he gets to go somewhere else, and I'm like, where is he going?
Yeah. No, he's
Maybe
not coming.
Take him anyway.
He did say with me.
Yeah, with me.
He's not coming with me.
And then I was like, oh my god, is the group going to hell? And like, this guy gets to go to heaven, like he plays this nice piano. Great. There are 2 ways that could go, and it's bad for one of them.
Yeah.
I was like a little shocked. I was like, so then I thought maybe Desmond's the devil, which makes him my 0 even better.
You're right, yeah.
I did think all of that in that one moment of, is he coming with me?
So those are the heroes and zeros.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's get to ratings.
Okay. Let's just do it. Throw it out there.
Sarah?
Oh, I'm not ready to rate.
Well, we'll give you time.
Okay,
we'll go.
Okay.
I have
Dean, do you want to go? Or do you want to finish? Do you want to be the last?
No, I can go first.
Okay.
I did really enjoy the first. Like, this rating is just based on first and last. That's it.
Yeah.
That's what we do. So, first, I really enjoyed. I did like it. I was really into it. Last, by the end, like, I think I was really interested right at the beginning. I was interested in the bouncing back and forth to the LA and the island. It was a little confusing, but I liked that. It kept me going. Then towards the end, when it was all these sappy moments, it lost me a bit at the end. So because of my enjoyment through most of it, probably I enjoyed 70, like 3/4 of it, probably. Okay. So I'm going to go with my first and last rating of 7 out of 10. Because for that much of it, I was really enjoying it.
Okay.
I can go next.
Okay.
Go.
I did not enjoy it. I remember enjoying it, and now going back, like, the first one would not make me watch the second one, and the end just made me frustrated and annoyed and, like, stop kissing and touching people.
Yeah.
I did not enjoy that either. So, I'm sorry. But we talked about it, too, last night, and I had a different idea then than even now that we've talked about it. I would go, like, a 4 out of 10.
Okay.
Because it's like there's the middle of the road. Like, I think, like, okay, I could maybe or could not watch something again. Like, I am right under there. Like, I probably would not ever watch that unless somebody made me again.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm gonna go 4 out of 10.
Okay.
Sorry about that.
Yeah, no.
Laura, what do you got?
So I'm going with a 7.
Okay.
And I did pick that before you even said 7.
Yeah. We're synced here. Yeah.
This is just because they're not married yet.
Yeah.
Like, once they're married, like, this is gonna
the
be
fours come
She's
out.
gonna be like,
Yes.
no.
Yeah.
This is
Jack
really
is my 0.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
brownie points, but no.
My rating here. From the first episode, the plot was interesting. It absolutely was. The character work, I did not think was there. but it had that moment with Locke and the orange. And the moment with Locke and the orange, I'm kind of infatuated with that. And the moment where he's in the rain. So between those two moments and the plot, those were things that I enjoyed about the first episode. The last episode, I disliked a lot of it. Let's take away the creator explaining the ending.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's take that away.
Yeah, we're just going off of
we
our...
can do that.
Yeah, we took it away. We can do what we want. It's our show.
Yeah.
Okay. Got it.
And the back and forth that you're able to have at the end, it was frustrating because it didn't feel open-ending. It felt confusing.
Right.
But you were able to still have a conversation at the end. And I'm actually giving this a better rating than I thought I was going to give it.
Okay.
And it's going to be a 2. No. I'm going to give it a 6, actually.
Wow.
Just because of the conversation that we were able to have here.
It was a good conversation,
Yes. Yeah, the show itself, like watching it, not that great, but what you can do with it after is interesting.
Mm-hmm.
And...
You're misleading.
I would go... I know, I am.
Yeah.
Like, somebody watches this and like, oh, this guy said he hated the whole time, but he gave it a 6.
Yeah.
That's a lie. Just because they could talk about it?
And this is without the conversation about what Rose said in that one scene. What was that line she said?
Oh, yeah. Remember when she was like, we built this
They're
in
like,
the
how
70s.
long have you been here?
Then the sky flashed.
Yeah.
When is it now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Alex was like, what is happening?
Which then had, like, no bearing, really. I don't even know. Like, that made no sense to me either.
But, yeah.
That was super confusing.
Yeah.
Line.
So, yeah, I'm going to have to go with a 6.
6. All right.
You're way nicer than me.
I'm not nice. I'm not. If I don't like a show,
nice.
I'm not gonna give
If
it a good
Alex says
rating.
anything, it's not nice.
Right. I pride myself on exactly that.
Clearly,
Yeah.
I'm less nice,
Yeah.
even though.
You're just
you're
upset you have the
will
lowest
not-
rating right now.
I will not dispute that statement.
I'm just surprised.
Yeah.
Dean is just super pumped now that Alex rated it above 5.
I'm super.
You were expecting.
That's just
What were you
me.
expecting me to give it?
3.
3?
That's what I was expecting. Yeah.
I was expecting like a 5. I'm surprised you went as high as a 6. I felt you more of middle of the road.
Okay, if it would have gotten, it actually would have gotten, just based off of the first and the last, it would have gotten a 7 from me. If the character work, if it would have been a completely different show.
Right.
No, if the character work would have been stronger in the first episode, and if the last episode would not have been as long as it was.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
It would have gotten a higher rating from me for
and
sure.
I think actually it probably would get a higher rating for me as well, because I think the length of the final episode and like just the same thing happening over and over was what got.
It was
lost
so
me.
repetitive.
It lost me at the end.
Yeah. Now, that said, I still feel like I got the full Lost experience.
Oh, yeah.
I do not need to see any more of this show. I don't want to ever watch it again. I want to be done with Lost.
Cool.
Sarah, would you watch more? You wouldn't. You said that.
Yeah, not based on the first and last. Absolutely not. Based on what I remember in the middle.
We don't do that. That's not what we do.
Well, you lie about your rating anyway, Mr. 6 over here. So, yes, I would want to go watch it so I could like remember what actually happened, and I think that would help me like it a little more because I did enjoy it when it was on.
Yeah.
And then I went to college, and every show I ever watched went out the door because I'm no good at remembering.
Yeah.
But based on the first and last, absolutely not. I would not recommend that to anyone.
Okay.
Did you watch more based on what we watched?
Yes.
Yeah.
After the first episode, I really wanted to keep watching. After the last one, I wasn't quite as pumped because it was a bit exhausting emotionally. It was kind of long.
Yeah.
But because of how much I liked the first and wanted to see the next one, and it's,
She was in it for the dinosaurs.
Yeah.
I wanted to see that
more
too.
dinosaurs.
T-Rex. Yeah, I just
Totally.
want to see them.
Yeah.
Sneaky.
I would also watch more because of that first. I really wanted to know some more of what's going on. The last, again, the length of the last loses me a bit at the end. I feel like that's just what the last is going to be like because they're trying to tie everything up. So I might want to watch a bit leading up to that, but because of the first, I'd watch more.
All right.
The end.
Yeah, that was... Wow. And that's your favorite show, right? Would you say Lost is your favorite show?
I would say Lost is very close to my favorite show. It's tough for me to say that, but yeah, it's top 3.
Okay,
Top
maybe,
five
hold on.
favorite
Maybe
shows.
not your favorite show, but the show you were most fanatical about?
Yes,
Okay.
definitely.
All right. Yeah, because there is a distinction there.
Yeah, I think maybe that is why I would say it's my favorite show, because I was most fanatical about it. Okay. But I think there's a better show that I have in mind that would be my number one.
Okay.
And that's a secret, apparently.
Yeah.
Well,
It's a secret.
yeah, because we can't give it away, because that'll give away his rating. Because we'll know that it's going to be pretty high.
Because it'll be on a future podcast.
It could be.
But it might not ruin the rating, because if you watch this the first and last again, just the first and last, it might not be as good
True.
as when you see the middle. Because
as
much of an expert you guys
you
are.
You can tell them after we're done recording. Because they just want to know. They don't like the
Don't
secrecy.
Don't worry. We'll hit stop and I'll say it. I'll say it out loud.
All right, so make sure that you check out our Facebook page. You'll see what we're talking about next week. We're not going to tell you here because we're trying to drive people to our Facebook page. Come check us out.
Clicks.
Yeah. Click us.
Click it or ticket.
Click. I can't really enforce that. So check us out on Facebook. You can get all of the latest episodes on SoundCloud. We put all of them on there. And you can get all of the episodes on both YouTube and iTunes. Everything is there. So go for it. This is what, episode 9? I believe? This is episode 9. Yeah. So you have about 8 hours, 8+ hours of material that you can catch up on.
Fantastic
right now. If this is your first
material.
Yes. Yeah. Maybe not the first episode. Maybe not the first. Listen to it anyway.
Definitely the last.
Definitely the last.
Far.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So check that out. All right, let's get out of here.
So this time, I can actually get out of here.
Yes.
Okay.